What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to be doing a double whammy with Valkyrie and Thor against Galactus. Now, you see the two teams we got here. We've got one Shirog team with no support, and then we got a Shirog team with max support. And for my team, I'm using Gladiator for the 55% all-attack leadership, and Shuri for the 45% damage out to supervillains, on top of Valkyrie's 50% damage out to supervillains. So we're just going to start with that 3 and the Awakened Skill, get our damage accumulation in the Awakened Skill. And I really do find with Valkyrie that every time I try to hit that 5 first, is sometimes I just like to trigger that proc. I don't like taking that chance, so I just hit the 3, 5. Although you would do better damage if you hit the 5 first to get that nice attack buff before you did the Awakened Skill. But honestly, it's better to land your proc than get the attack buff and miss the proc. However, if you have a good lucky run where you get the proc over and over and you get your attack buff on the 5, you land the proc where you want it, it's all good. And honestly, Valkyrie, I'll show you guys the build for my Thor and Valkyrie after both these runs. But I was a little disappointed. I thought she would do better than what she did, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I mean, she does have a normal ranked uniform right now, and she only has 180% damage proc. So it's not like she's all decked up. She doesn't have a rage or nothing like that on her. But she does have Urus on her now. But she just didn't do it quite as good as what I hoped. And honestly, these Shirogs didn't do near as good as I thought they would do. When I first saw this team, I thought they were going to freaking mow Galactus over. Usually Shirog just melts. But old boys, I guess, didn't have a good build, died early. It just wasn't a very good round for them. But it's all good, man. It's still super fun to bring Valkyrie in here. She does put in work against Null. I tested her on the live stream. She does put in work, but I don't think she's going to be doing a solo, at least with the build that I have. I really doubt it. Now with 55% physical attack, I don't see that happening, but I'm still loving the hell out of her. I mean, you can do cheeky things where you can do stage 99 against Proxima very easily. You could do cheeky things where, you don't even have to do anything cheeky, and she'll do stage 90 no problem. And on some accounts, she might do stage 99 without any help at all. Just give her leadership like White Fox or Dr. Voodoo. Oh yeah. And like I said, the damage just wasn't, I thought it would be better, to be perfectly honest. I really did. Now here you gotta be real careful. I'm gonna go ahead and switch my character because, yeah, once Valkyrie's in her 4th skill, you can't just cancel out of it. You can't just run away, so I had to switch my character there. We're not going to use Gladiator. We want to see how much damage that Valkyrie's going to do. And this is a really good team for her, honestly. Having that leadership, having the extra support on top of the support that she's offering, it really is a good team. I know that some criticisms whenever I would do these videos of Galactus is I'd always try just complete solos with no support whatsoever. And honestly, guys, I can tell you Valkyrie would have problems. She would have problems if I did that. Even with this OP team, it wasn't easy. But to be fair, there's just like now, the proc came really, really late. And that is something that's nice about using the fist skill first, because the Pegasi will jump down and hit the Galactus and actually trigger the proc early for your Awakened Skill. So maybe I'll do this run again where I'll try to use the 5 before I use the Awakened Skill. Maybe do 3, 5, and then the Awakened Skill, and then go back into the 5, 3, 4. We'll see. Maybe I'll try something like that next time. But I was really just trying to play it safe and make sure the proc landed where it belonged. But you can see that the proc is coming late quite often on the Awakened Skill. That's really, really hurting our damage. Honestly, I think she would have done a lot better. Something else about her is she doesn't have super armor. She does have the immunity to all damage. But really, except for the invincibility from the Awakened Skill, once that invincibility finishes, she can be guard broken. And Galactus, when he slams his hand down, you need super armor to prevent from being guard broken. So if you have Nick Fury and you put Nick Fury on the team, she's going to be way better. A couple of my skills got actually canceled because of being guard broken from Galactus slamming his hand down. And we would have done even more damage if that wouldn't have been happening. But not everybody's got Nick Fury, so I thought it'd be better to show a run without Nick Fury. Now there you saw me hit the 3 and then the 5 for the attack buff and then the 4. And her 3, 5, 4 does okay damage, but really the Awakened Skill is where it's at, to be perfectly honest. That's where she's really doing the bulk of her damage. And as far as these guys I'm playing with, these guys are all from the public. They seem to know what they're doing. They're collecting their orbs. They will use the enchantment when they need to. See, you just use the enchantment. You got up close to Galactus, which is sweet. Thank you so much, my friend. I tried getting a hold of my alliance mates, but there was no one. When I hit that invite, there was no one playing. I thought, wow. So the last couple times I tried doing Galactus runs, all my mates were busy. Maybe with personal lives, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're not playing. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, right now, I think the game's in a good direction. I'm really happy with the way things are going. The story mode's a massive improvement. Even though I don't really like playing repetitive game mode like story mode, I like that the improved rewards are there. And I might make a future video about the story mode. I have been playing it. I have been trying to farm my TCP and Essence of Dimension. I'm not getting a lot because I only have one of the story modes unlocked, but I'm getting a little something, and that's better than nothing. No, and it doesn't take that long to really play what I'm playing so far. So, the Under Siege mode, which is, just 3 stories. It doesn't take that long to do it. So it's really not that bad. Been using my boy Thor, actually, for the clears, which is great. Slapping Valkyrie on the team. So we get that extra damage to supervillains, which really, really helps, man. Thor, he has such AoE. He does amazing there. But I know I'm kind of getting off track. We're on Valkyrie right now. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring a story there for a second. And you can see, guys, I'm pretty much alone right now. I'm not getting help from anybody. And we are, just under 7 minutes into this fight. And I really thought by this point, we would have already had to clear. To be perfectly honest with you guys. But it's all good. I am slightly disappointed with her performance against Galactus, at least with my build and the rotation that I'm using. However, I still think she's fantastic. And I still think this uniform is insanely great to have. Because she can still put in damage when you switch her route. She still can put in damage against Null. And she is absolutely insane in the other world bosses where that all defense down applies. Especially from her Awakened skill. And I'm definitely finding out that, and there my proc triggered on the 5th skill. And I'm definitely finding out that that becomes really valuable because, I wasn't getting books at all from Null. Over a month of playing, I mentioned this in the last couple of videos, and I didn't get any books at all for a month. Nothing. I haven't got one book from Null yet. Not one. Since the CCFs have been improved in that game mode. And I played Ebony the last 3 days, and I've gotten 2 books already. So what does that tell you? I mean, I guess the drop rates against the normal world bosses are better for your books. Which, in a way, is good because you still have a chance of getting CCF. You're not guaranteed it like you are Null, which kind of sucks. I'm not getting as much CCF as I was, but it's all good. At least I just want to get them damn books. Because I only have 2 at the moment right now. So that took almost 8 minutes. You can see we did 55% of the damage. And, 55% of the damage in 8 minutes really isn't that great. But I still think Valkyrie's awesome. I'm loving the hell out of her. And I had a lot of fun playing her against Galactus. Now, let's use the God of Thunder. So for this run with Thor, I'm going to be using Phyla-Vell for that extra 30% all attack from her passive. And we're going to be using She-Hulk for the 65% damage dealt to male types. Let's do it. And it's just, 3, 5, hold the 4. There we go, to get the max buff and then go into the second skill. Oh yeah. And Thor, something that is nice, is he does have super armor on his 5th skill because he does get 3 seconds of invincibility. And he's in an iframe for the most part in his 4th skill, which really works so well. Now I'm just kind of waiting to see what Glass is going to do. There we go. You see Professor X there throwing out his tier 3. But I'm not worried. I feel pretty confident that Thor's going to pretty much destroy this. Because he really is freaking strong, guys. I did a stage 5 clear on a live stream just, the night before I made this video. Stage 5 against Null really is impressive. And like I said before in another video, I have a friend that did stage 7. So, I mean, that's pretty damn good. I mean, I know he's annoying to play, especially with the holding the 4, and especially playing with a proc for sure. Very annoying to play. I mean, we all love Thor. We want him to be easier to play because that'd make him more player friendly, but having said that, he still is freaking fantastic. He still is really damn strong. The uniform really did put him over the top compared to Fat Thor for sure. Come on, run up in there. Run up in there. There we go. Let's get him. So we're going to hit our 3, the 5, hit the 4, try to build up our buff a little bit, and then hit the tier 3. You don't want to use that buff too long. Once that proc engages on the 4th skill, that's pretty much when you want to hit that tier 3. That's really the big trick. The more of the proc that's on your tier 3, the better. There we go. And I can't change my rotation. I just want to throw in some skills. Try to get my tier 3 off cooldown. Charge it up a little bit faster. Watch out. And it really is thematic. Seeing Thor, right? The Herald of Galactus fighting Galactus. Just like in that damn comic run, which is freaking awesome. It's so thematic. Seeing him do this. Oh my God. I'm loving it. And just look at the damage he does. And we got a bit of a freeze there. We got a bit of a freeze. Actually, when I was playing this is all pre-recorded. I thought for sure that the game was going to crash on me there, but, you know, it didn't. I mean, Thor's power is pretty strong. He about crashed my system. Like his daddy always does. All right, pick up all these orbs. We don't want no healing going on. Oh, yeah, run up in there. Run up in there, buddy. Run up in there. There you go. Let's get him. How about thee? And boom, guys, under 3 minutes. And this isn't even the max team. I mean, I definitely could have put a stronger team, but I wanted to keep it somewhat free to play friendly. 74% of the damage in under 3 minutes, which is pretty freaking insane, guys. Very, very strong. So let's jump into the game and look at my builds. So as far as my builds, it was the same as it was in the last video. 36,000 energy attack, max attack speed. This is going to get maxed out from his 4th skill, 178 critical damage, max ignore defense, max skill cooldown, and then we have 71% dodge. He has 5-star Urus. I'm thinking about bumping this up a little bit more. I actually could get rid of some of these attack speed Urus and give him some critical damage. And then all of his skills are at 6. He has a fully awakened Power Ranger Hulk set, and he has the CTB of Rage with a 60% ignore boss damage decrease by 60% and a mythic uniform. And then you see all the uniform options here. And then we have Valkyrie here, who has almost 31,000 physical attack. She has 120 attack speed, 47 crit rate, almost max critical damage, max ignore defense, max skill cooldown. She does have 5-star Urus. All of her skills are at 6, and she only has a stage 6 overdrive set. So keep in mind, you know, when you're seeing that run, I did have a normal ranked uniform. I did only have a stage 6 Power Ranger set. If this was fully awakened and she had a mythic uniform, she would have done way more damage. So, you know, take this video of her with a little bit of a grain of salt, because I actually think with a better build, she really would have done a lot better. But she still put in some work. I was just hoping for a little bit more with this build, but it's all good. She has a CTP of Destruction with 180% damage proc and a normal ranked uniform. So all in all, I'm super happy with both these characters. I think they're both amazing. Thor really destroyed Galactus, which is, again, very thematic from the comics. I freaking love it. And Valkyrie is just, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's right, guys. I'm simping a little bit. So let me know how you're all feeling about the Asgardians, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.